first year at this camp.
First year at this camp. Have you done other camps before?
I've done other acting camps through William & Mary too. I've done some for, it was at a different location, but I did one with the director at Backstage. I don't know if you know her, Naomi Marrow.
Okay.
That was a few years ago, but that was my first theater camp a few years ago. This is my first Shakespeare camp.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how is Shakespeare camp here different than the other camps you've done?
Well, here we do a lot more like one-on-one intervention for like digging deep into your character and digging deep into living through who you're trying to portray. Okay. And I've learned a lot of like valuable skills here that I can apply to like my other theater experience in the future.
What are some of those valuable skills, Annabelle?
Well, I have learned to react to whatever those are putting out around me and not just think about my character and worry more about what they're giving me and how it's going to affect my character's like reaction. And to not like get caught up in the moment so much of like, oh, am I doing the right thing or am I making the right face, and more just like thinking how my character would think in that moment.
Who are you playing in the show?
Prospera, Sorceress Prospera.
Sorceress Prospera.
Yes.
So we've split Prospera into two different kind of parts of her personality. We have a Sorceress Prospera, and then we have kind of the Mother Prospera. So what have you learned about Prospera in the camp?
I have learned that she is a multifaceted character. She's not just there's not just one side to her. Some people would think that the Sorceress Prospera is more evil, but you know, any evil character doesn't describe themselves as evil. They're more, like they would say, it's mischievous, ambitious, like go-getter type of thing. So I'd say that Prospera is all of those things. Her main goal though is to have the best for her daughter Miranda and keep her safe.
Good. So how do you fit into the story?
How does Prospera fit into the story?
Prospera fit into the story?
So Prospera is really the start of the story because she is what brought everyone to the island. So brought Antonia, Sebastian, Ferdinand, all of them to the island at first because she has Ariel as her right-hand man, completing the tasks that she can't complete because she wants to remain anonymous to those people. So she tells Ariel to bring these characters to the island so that she can then confront them, apologize, and like mend some bridges that she's broken.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's one thing that you can convey to the audience through your character, what would that one theme be?
My one theme for Prospera to convey
by the end of the play. What's the story you want to tell?
I want to tell them that you can be super caring and comforting to your daughter, so be like a motherly character, as well as being someone who's strong and willing to go to certain lengths just to protect that daughter. So you don't just have to be like a soft motherly character, you can be both, and that's like a full experience.
What do you want the audience to take away from the show? What's your hope for them to take away after they see The Tempest? What do you think of the main theme of The Tempest? What do you do at the end in the last scene?
I forgive everyone. So the main theme for the audience is that no matter how bad someone's wronged you, you can still forgive them just to make your life easier. Because it's like, hate is a really heavy thing to carry around with you. And so Prospera kind of shows us that after you forgive those who've terribly wronged you, you'll feel so much better.
And what did we talk about the other day in your character work as far as forgiveness? Antonia does what? What is Antonia's reaction?
Antonia doesn't forgive me back. It doesn't repent.
Okay. So can you still forgive her?
Yes.
Yes, even if she doesn't repent.
So you can be the bigger person and initiate that forgiveness before they even step forward. And
so is this applicable to real life?
Yes. Very.
See, and that's the story that we take away, is that theater isn't just something we leave at the doors of the theater. Theater is something that we take away with us every single day. So when they come to these camps, they're not just coming here to tell a story and leave. They're coming here and learning who they are as individuals.
Well, just that Shakespeare is not just a big puzzle. I know it's kind of intimidating and confusing because whenever I first read Shakespearean verse, I'm just like, what are they saying? But once you crack the puzzle and start to decipher like what the real meaning is, it is applicable to like everyday life, and there is like a theme for every person to take away after watching the shows.
So come see the shows.
Yes!
Send your kids to camp.
Encouraging. I would describe it as encouraging. Why? Because if you mess up in this camp, you won't get laughed at. You'll just kind of be directed and guided a different way and have you try again.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they're on the same. Just choices.